Morning students. Today I am going to start chapter number 4, Forest Society and Colonialism from History. And today I will discuss with you overview and topic number 2, why deforestation. So students, as you know very well that whatever things we are using in our everyday life, that is all coming from the forest. For example, books which we are reading, desks and tables, doors and windows, and even the dyes that color our clothes, and spices which we are using in our food, and cellophane wrapper, and after that toffee, and tendu leaf which is using for making bidi, gum, honey, coffee, tea and rubber, and also oil in chocolate. All are coming from the forest. And also the tannin which we use to convert skins and hide into leather, or the herbs and roots used for medicinal purposes. Okay, so students, all these are coming from forest, and as well as forest also provided us bamboo wood for fuel, grass, charcoal, packaging, fruits, flowers, animals, birds, and many other things. So students, forest, especially which we can see very dense in the region of Amazon and in the Western Ghat. Due to the hot and humid climate, these forests of the world receiving heavy rainfall and dense forest. So students, in these forests of Western Ghat and also in Amazon basin or Amazon forest, in one place we can find near about 500 different types of plants and its species. Okay, but students, this is also a truth due to the industrialization and modernization, the starting of the 17th century to till 1995. A lot of variety of animals and forest species started to disappear on the surface of the Indian continent. And data is given by our government that from 1700 to 1995, due to the industrialization, near about 13.9 million square kilometer of forest, or 9.3% of the world's total area, was cleared for industrial uses, for the cultivation of the crops, for the pastures or for the grazing land, and also for the availability of fuel wood. So students, on the basis of above overview, we can understand that if forest and the products whatever coming from the forest, which are called or known as forest based products, are very important, and we have need every day in our daily life. So why they are disappearing continuously? So students, as I told you that due to the industrialization and modernization and also conservation of the forest species and wildlife, we have to discuss here that how we can protect it and conserve it. All right. After that, your next topic is why deforestation. So, students, first of all, here we have to understand the definition or the meaning of deforestation. So, students, the meaning of deforestation is disappearance of forest is referred to as deforestation. And students, we have to understand here that deforestation is not a recent problem, and the process of deforestation began many centuries ago. And under the colonial rule, it became more systematic and extensive. How? So, students, many questions will arise here that why especially Britishers were responsible for the loss of flora and fauna in important places of the earth like in Britain and India also. So, students, you know very well that Britishers always using things according to their needs and requirement, and always they makes new policy and changes for the using of goods and services. So in this reference, they started to clear many important part of forest for the availability of land and also for industrialization and to set up the population and also for the production of different kind of crops which were commercially important like jute, sugar, wheat and cotton. So in this series they had cleared some parts of Indian forest also for the cultivation of tea in northeastern part of India, and according to the Britishers, forests were totally wild and unproductive. That's why it is the responsibility of Britishers to make that unproductive forest into a usable and productive things. Okay? And also they had cleared many part of Indian forest and British forest only for the construction of railway lines or for the making of sleepers for the running of rails, and in this series they had cut out a large area of forest in which many important trees and their species also started to disappear. And finally, students, now we are the stage of conservation of forest and wildlife, and due to the reckless cutting of forest, now the important species of flora and fauna started to decrease in numbers. Alright. So students, most important factor which were responsible for the loss of important forests and trees for the making of sleepers on the tracks. And students, the meaning of sleepers is wooden planks laid across railway track. They hold the tracks in position. Alright. So students, on the basis of above example, now you can understand that why deforestation done by the people in all over the world and what was the policies of Britishers. So students, Answer is due to the industrialization and also for growing population and for the cultivation of the crops. Many important part of the forest cut down only to complete the demands of people. So students, for today's that's all. And in my next explanation, I will discuss with you how land to be improved and plantations. Okay? Thank you and have a nice day.